After a crazy few days where I've barely been home, I finally got a chance to sit down, watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains, and get my episode reaction up. Now I'm just going to head off to work, have an easy afternoon, and have a nice, relaxing evening. Wait, what did they do? What? New ban list. Only hit like 5 things. Free stuff. Clear, obvious promotion. No. I wanted my evening off. This isn't fair. It's not fair. I need a beer. So, yeah, if you couldn't figure it out, I was not planning on recording tonight, but as is always the case, Konami decided to drop news when it was least most practical for me. Like, seriously, I think they did this with the last random adjusted ban list thing. But that kind of gave it away. Let's talk about what has happened today. So, at a little past, like, 1-ish, I guess, shortly after I arrived at work, I got a text from one of my friends saying that there's a new ban list. But how could that be? We just got one. Well, Konami, in all their wisdom, has given us a new ban list that kind of just feels like the important stuff they forgot from the last one. And some other reasons for this that we will get into in a few minutes. But for now, let's get over this new list, this time starting off with what got banned, because normally, for those of you who don't know, I choose to start off with what got unlimited, because I feel like when a card gets unlimited, it's because they're so irrelevant, nobody cares. But this time, we're kind of in the opposite direction. Not that what got hit is not important, it is very important, but what got freed, I think, is much more important to what's going on here. So first up, let's see what got banned. Elder Entity Norden. This is probably the biggest hit on this list, and easily I think the one where most people are for it. A lot of people hate Norden. A lot of people don't like the concept of a 1-card rank 4. They don't like the concept that instant fusion can be played at 3. They don't like the fact that the fusion substitute Lunalight combo thing exists and you can just like draw 4. So on the one hand, I get it. It was probably Norden's time to go. That being said, I'm gonna miss this card. Again, like, I really like the idea that, yeah, he's a 1-card rank 4, but that 1-card rank 4 can save your ass. And I like the idea that when all else fails, maybe I'll get that top deck. Then I remember I'm at, like, 500 life points, and nah, I just die and I go home miserably. But, again, I get it. I would have preferred for him to stay. I really think if you just killed Zodiac, which you're probably going to have to do after Worlds anyways, it would have been better. But yeah, even under Links, Norden is a really good card because you could just make your Link monster, summon the Norden, bring back one of your materials, and get out NXCs no problem. So I get it, but I'll miss you, buddy. Moving on to Limited, we get easily, in my opinion, the best hit on the list. Speedroid Terrortop is now at 1. In my personal opinion, Terrortop is freaking broken. It's a better tour guide. Why, you maybe ask? Now, on the one hand, yes, its search pool compared to tour guide is substantially smaller, but the payout you get for it is insane. First up, the thing can be special summoned. So, in other words, unlike tour guide, it doesn't eat up your normal summon. God knows, after dealing with whatever the hell they make, I've had to deal with the fact that they still have their freaking normal summon. Then you search out Take Tombork, who can also be special summoned. Once again, at no point is your normal summon wasted, and you essentially now have a 1-card rank 3. Not only that, it is, unlike Norden, it is a 1-card rank 3 that thinned your deck out and has now gotten to you, if you're Zodiacs, the basically combo setup of combo setups, or a negate card in the form of Totem Bird. This card allows for decks to basically make things they really shouldn't be allowed to. A rank 4 deck like Zodiac should not be able to make a first turn Invoker, or at least without having to put in some extra resources, but no, they can do it with 1 card. Totem Bird should not be able to be used in everything, but again, Terrortop allows this. This is essentially like Heroes with Bahamut Shark, or like every Pendulum deck with Kirin, or Ptolemaios with Cyber Dragon Infinity. It's just not fair that decks that are not focused around this type of combo get this type of combo, especially because it hurts Speedroids in the long run, because now even less people care about a Synchro deck when they can just have a great rank 3 spam engine. So Terrortop really should have had a limitation put into it that it could either only be used for Speedroids or that you can only Synchro summon the turn he's summoned. Instead, what they wound up doing was creating a situation where a Speedroid card got to be top tier. Not all the Speedroids, just like 1 or 2. This is easily the card on here most people don't want on here. That grass looks greener. A, the card is new, and also B, 60 card decks aren't really doing amazing. They've had a presence at every big tournament since January when this card came out, but the reality is that they're not the problem in the format. And also, this card is a you get it turn 1 or 2 or bust, so a lot of people don't see it. That being said, I kind of get it. 60 card Infernoid is a pain in the ass because if they open that grass looks greener, they essentially dump half their deck in the grave, and they essentially have a second hand, because all the Infernoids are used in the grave. Fairy Tail Snow combos are very strong. Paleo, 60 card Paleo can also be a pain in the ass. So I get it. But with seeing cards like the rise of 60 card ABC and like 60 card Zombies and 60 card Lightsworn, I also do feel sad because now any sort of creativity with this card is substantially limited because at 1, it's really not worth playing. So it is sad. But again, I do get it, as Infernoids would be a really powerful deck going into Links, and it could be a real pain in the ass to you want to promote this Link mechanic when you can just summon like 5 Infernoids in a turn, or I don't really remember how that deck works off the top of my head. Last but not least, we get the real reason this thing was made. Coming to 3. Performer Pal Skullcrobat Joker, Wisdom Eye Magician, and Pendulum Call. I'll give you 3 guesses why these things are 3. Too late! It's because of Pendulum Evolution. Konami has finally, truly, with this ban list, in my opinion, admitted that these are basically just to kick our butts into buying something new. The last ban list, very clearly, was made to promote Duelist Saga. Honestly, I think all the things on this list, minus the Magician stuff, was supposed to be on the last ban list and they forgot. Like, because everything on here has been a threat for several months and a big part of the meta. So why just get to it now? Well, because if you just did a ban list with 3 things, saying 3 things come unlimited, that would piss people off. But you know what? If they just admitted that part of ban lists is to just get us to buy new product, I wouldn't mind it. It's like whenever I hear people talk about block rotation in Magic and Pokemon, or how Vanguard continually just power creeps out everything, it's all just to get us to buy new stuff. And we have to keep things going. So just admit it. Like, just be honest, and, well, the secondary market will adjust. No one wants me to say that, but it's the truth. If we knew that when Code of the Duelist comes out, we're going to get a ban list that will be pro-Link, anti-everything else, I mean, they'll probably still do that. It would be one thing, but the not knowing and the baloney and the BS is the problem. You just returned Pendulum Magicians to full power. Own it! Be happy about that fact. Don't try and hide it with everything else. So, do I think, though, that this is going to make Pendulum Evolution sell out? No. Pendulum Evolution has been dead in the water from the day they announced it. The minute they announced this thing, I saw more hate towards Konami than anything else. There were people who were pissed about Links. Everyone was pissed about the Magician Pendulum thing. This is not going to work, because the reality is that even though this adjusted list does make some big changes, it's not enough. The thing is, going into Nationals, which is going to be the tournament this thing is going to really only be useful in, because, remember, Pendulum Evolution comes out 2 weeks before Nats, and 4 weeks before Pendulums basically die. There will be no real functionality for this deck, because if you're going to Nationals, you've probably already been practicing with the same deck. You're not going to waste time into something new, unless you have already committed to Magician Pendulums for Nationals, in which case you've probably already planned buying everything for the new set out. So this ban list is, even though it helps the deck, it is ultimately irrelevant from a sales perspective. The thing is that the going into Nationals, the best decks will be True Dracos, Paleozoic, I guess True Kings, and Zodiac variants, if not just pure Zoo by that point. Norden hurts Zoo, but come on, it's Zoo. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. The reality is that this ban list, what it was made for, is not important. Because the thing is that No one cares about the magicians. You guys screwed up. You should have released the magicians at the beginning of May as a structure deck. Then, if you did this now, freed all the magician stuff now, you'd sell out because now everyone wants to try it. Hell, look at when this thing comes into effect. June 12th. That is several weeks from now. That's like the earliest we've ever seen for any of these lists, at least in recent memory. Why? Because they want people to buy magician stuff. But they're not. It's too little too late. And the power output isn't even as good as DDD's, where even though DDD's came out past their prime, they were still really strong and functional, and are still pretty good. DDD's might even have a presence at Nests too. But all in all, it's a good list. It's pointless, and it's too little too late. But what did you all think? In the comments section below, give me your thoughts on this ban list. Do you think I'm right in why they made this list? And as always, click to like and click to subscribe so we can see how this new format develops.